Hey guys, Steven here, and I am playing with redstone. Not really playing, but building. I want to show you what I'm working on, so that, I guess, so you know, and you know how, like, close I am to being, motivated to do other movies. So right now, over here is my, decimal to 7 segment decoder, and above us right here is my 5 to 32 binary to decimal decoder. And underneath here, you see these glass panes and waterways. This is actually a decimal counting mechanism that, let's see. So I got this from Xbox Nut, who in turn got the principles from Etho, and I really hope you're subscribed to both of those guys, because it is definitely worth your while. So I'm not going to go in depth on how to build this in this little video, but I guess I can show you what it does. Basically what we're looking at, this would be our sort of reservoir for holding boats, and then each of these doors with a pressure plate represents a number. So basically when the boat is resting on this pressure plate, it means the system is ready to count. So then I would hit the power switch to engage it. So I would just have a switch like somewhere on my control panel, and it opens that door for the boat to go through. And then to this first pressure plate is wired up to, it's going to be wired up to the number 0. So when the boat reaches here, it'll count to 0. And then this door will open when it gets there, and it'll go to the next pressure plate. And that is going to be wired up to number 1, and so on, up until 9. I don't really want to go all the way to 15. 0 to 9 seems sufficient, because most people wouldn't want to count to F being 15 anyway. But, so this is like, you know, it's kind of like it's a Minecraft physics trick, so to use the boats to count for you. But you could also kind of do this in real life, I mean, with some kind of mechanism. But alternatively, there are redstone circuits that count. So using memory to store what the last value was, and then when you increment it, you add that into the memory. And it's a lot more complicated. I'm going to build one of those actually next to this, so that I have both of those available. I just want to kind of have everything possible hooked up to this. But this is a really neat little system, and it kind of takes advantage of the way water flows and the way boats move. And actually the Xbox Nut has a like 3 or 4 video series on how to build this in depth, so I will link you to that if you want to actually make it. So you can hook this up to your display and it'll just count. And you can make it count down or count up, whatever you want to do. So what I'm doing right now, I'll tell you, is there's 2 ways to make these doors open. So you can make them open when you push a button from far away, and they would all open at once pretty much, because it doesn't matter which one opens, because the boat is only in one place. It's not, you don't have multiple boats in here. So if all the doors open, nothing's going to get hurt. So, or you can hook it up to a like a automatic pulsing generator or a clock generator that would just open all of them, like, you know, once a second or twice a second, so that it's automatic. So I'm hooking up both of those. You can see this is my clock generator, and this one's called a 4 clock, which means that for 4 like ticks in Minecraft time, it outputs an on and then an off, and it looks really fast, but that's 4 ticks in Minecraft time, so how far electricity can move. So if I, you know, on my control panel way off in the distance that you saw before, if I hit this switch and say, alright, automatically count, then the whole, you see all the doors moving like that? All of the numbers will be counted to automatically. Or you can hook it up to a button and say, each time that I push this button, I would like for the system to increment by 1. So that would open all the doors for a brief second. So that's pretty much what we're doing. And it's lots of fun, but you'll notice though some of the doors are kind of out of sync. Let me show you real quick. I'm sure you noticed it. So if you look down the row, look at these 2 doors opening at the same time, and then those 3 open at the same time. And that's because when you put gates in with redstone, it introduces a slight delay. So those are like 1 or 2 ticks off. And there's not really a great way to avoid this besides making sure they all have the same delay, but that's not realistic because this signal has to flow all the way down to my number 9 counter, and I can't make sure, it's really hard to make sure that has the same delay as everything else, so I'm not going to bother with it. It's not a big deal if the doors open a split second later, because it's more or less going to end up averaging out to the same time between numbers for counting. And so the other pain in the ass thing I have to do is I've hooked up all these doors together, then all these pressure plates have to be hooked up to their corresponding number, and which are these 10 torches here, 0 through 9. And this is tricky because look how close these are together, and then the pressure plates are like 5 or 6 blocks apart, something like that. Let's see here, how many blocks apart? 1, 2, 3, okay, 4 blocks apart instead of 1 block apart. So we kind of have to, there, doggy. Okay, so we have to kind of plan for space. We can't cross the lines or else it won't work right, you know. And so it's an interesting quirk. But so right now I'm just dealing with the doors, and you'll see that like this signal from the generator way down there can't make it all the way down. See how this turns from red to black here? That's because the signal can only travel for 15 blocks. So what I'm doing is every so often I'm introducing repeaters in to the circuit. And let's see. How did I do it over here? Oh, let's see. Jeez. Yeah, so oops. Sorry. Promise I'm kind of paying attention. So hook that one up there. And then this is the repeater. I hope you know this. I'm sad if you don't. So this just takes the same signal and it'll amplify it to go, it'll repeat. Okay, I lied. Sweet. And then the last one though, oh yeah, too far. So we'll put in another repeater here. Okay, so now all the doors should be open, or closed right now. Yeah, if we look down the road we can see all the doors are closed. So that means that if we change one door, they'll all change together. Let me just double check. Okay. So I'm going to turn on the clock generator again. So all the doors are opening and closing more or less at the same time. Ignore the first one, that's the power button. So like, when you want to start counting, you open this door, and it'll release a boat from your dock. Yeah, looks good. Looks real good. It's kind of annoying, but you can't hear it from the control panel, so it's not a big deal. So let me show you how sweet this is. Let's see, I don't have the pressure plates rigged up, but I can show you what it looks like when it runs. So we'll throw in our boat. Like, yeah. Okay, so our boat is waiting at the front door here. Wait, where'd it go? Holy crap. The boat got pwned. Okay, there's some strange code in there. Let's try again. I'm just got another boat, do I? So we got our boat. Place it. Maybe further upstream will help it. Okay. Alright, so boat's waiting at the door here. So we'll flip our power switch to say, alright, begin counting. So it flows to number 0. Waits for a second, and the door opens and lets it through. Now it's on number 1. Now it's on number 2. Now it's on number 3. And if you're wondering why the boat doesn't flow right through the door when it's already open, it's because for some reason the boat has to detect an open and close cycle for it to flow through. It's a really strange little quirk, but it's nice because it won't just zoom all the way down if you don't want it to. And it pauses on each pressure plate to give the circuit time to display the number, and then out to the exit. So this is going to loop around back to the beginning for us, so that we can have it automatically reset itself instead of having to pop a new boat down every time. Because that would totally destroy the illusion of this being a automatic counter. So I'll turn this off because those doors clacking are annoying as sin. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So this is exciting. I got all my doors wired up to the clock. I have to figure out a way for them to all go through the push of a button. And that's going to be difficult because right now I'm forcing like an on signal to all of them to do this. So I'm not 100% sure what I'll do, but I'll probably hook up some kind of gate here that'll say like, let's see, not to allow both of them to go at the same time. So the push button and the lever. So I think what we would use for that, let's see. Well, we'll figure something out. But yeah, this is my current project. It's kind of cheating almost to use something mechanical like this to count when you're using it, circuitry for everything else, but it's fun, so, you know, not a big deal. But like I said before, if you are interested in this or any other redstone projects, check out my other videos, check out Xbox Nuts other videos, and then there's plenty of other guys out there. Let's see, I like Rolf David a lot. He's, I think, Dutch, maybe? Sorry if I'm wrong, but he's got lots of really sweet stuff that he does. Etho, another huge redstone pioneer, and I'm sure there's plenty of other guys out there. Sorry if I missed you. But let's go ahead and wire up. We can start wiring up these numbers over here. It's going to be a huge pain in the butt. Like, I first built this thing right here, and it was way too close to wire everything up, because you can see how much further the counter goes than the torches. And then I tried to hollow out more area, and I used TNT, and I blew up everything you see above us. That was really shitty. I had to reload it. The other thing that I'm concerned with right now is, so you see, these are the lines coming in from my adder and the binary buttons I showed you guys before. And the problem is, I don't want the 0 to be turned, if none of these are turned on, the 0 turns on automatically, right, for the display, because none of the torches are turned on. So I don't want that to happen, because that means that whenever my timer is going, the 0 will be displayed at the same time. So that sucks, because you won't actually see what number is going, because it'll be like, if it's on number 1, it'll have a 0 in the background, so all you'll see is 0. And if it's 2, it'll be 0 with a 2 on top of it, so it'll just look like all 7 things are lit up. So, not good solutions all around. 3 right now. So like, if this had 0 behind it, these 2 would also be lit up, and then we have no idea what number it's counting to, so it's not really doing anything cool. So I have to hook this up such that, if the number up here is outputting the 0, it won't turn this on. And that's pretty simple to do. I just have to actually do it. I've been lazy. I've been really lazy. We just started school back this week because we had snow week last week. So now I have like homework and stuff. And I have to do like a bunch of programming and super lame things that aren't as fun as Minecraft. And I don't think I can use Minecraft for any of the projects, so I actually have to do work. But hope you enjoyed watching me mess around in my man cave. And if there's anything you want to see me build, let me know. This is like not a tutorial, I guess. It's like I don't want to say a let's play or a let's build because it's way overdone. So this is building with Steven in Minecraft. Well, have a good one.